It is Wednesday, April 5th, and this is your Morning Mud. This episode is brought to you by Mudwater. Mudwater is a coffee alternative as well as the most aptly named sponsor for this show ever, with 1/7 of the caffeine as a regular cup of coffee. It's made with masala chai, cacao, mushrooms, turmeric, sea salt, cinnamon, and that is it. And I know what you're thinking, Matt. You are somebody who loves caffeine. Why would you be hawking for a company that is advertising less caffeine? And that's because it works. It's true. I love caffeine. I used to drink 2 energy drinks a day, and now I might have one a week. All thanks to Mudwater. If you or someone you love might want to make the switch to Mudwater, all you have to do is head on over to muddiedwatersoffreedom.com/mud to make the switch today. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. It is April 5th, which means today is my wife's birthday. And to her, I would like to say in front of everybody, happy birthday, baby. I love you more than anything. Thank you for all the love and support. And I cannot wait to do all of the things that we have planned for today. And for anybody out there that thinks that's dirty, it's not. We're going to an amusement park. Your body is a wonderland. But so before we get into the meat of everything today, because obviously we all know what happened yesterday, and we're going to kind of break down the 34 charges that Trump was brought up on. But before we get to that, I wanted to say that last night, Chase Oliver announced that he was going to be running for the Libertarian nomination in 2024. And for anybody out there that doesn't know, I'm pretty certain everybody out there knows, but anybody out there who doesn't know, Chase Oliver ran for Senate in Georgia, ran an excellent campaign, was fantastic in the debates that they let him in. Many people say that he is the reason that it ended up going to a runoff. He's a fantastic libertarian, and this was his campaign video.
No candidate receives over 50%. Then the top 2 candidates head to a runoff. Now we know this race will head to a runoff.
New focus on the influence of libertarians in Georgia's Senate race. There's another player in the mix.
Voters deserve a chance to have their voices heard, and they shouldn't have to be lumped into one box or the other and have to be shamed into voting into 2 parties.
These 2 major parties aren't addressing their pain.
The CBO themselves said the Inflation Reduction Act wouldn't actually reduce inflation. Are you actually reading the bills, or are you just taking Chuck Schumer's word for it when you vote on these things? We obviously need to audit the Fed. Once people get a little bit more education about what the Federal Reserve does, they'll want to see it ended. You know, we claim to be the light of liberty unto the world, and if we seek to hold that mantle, we have to fix our broken immigration system. Big Pharma is subsidized to the tune of billions of dollars a year by our government. The only thing Democrats and Republicans can agree on is how to spend your money out of thin air and devalue our dollar. We need to bring market forces into healthcare that are going to lower the prices. I believe that we need true justice reform at every level, from the police to the courts to the prosecutors. And we need to do away with mandatory minimums. We need to do away with qualified immunity so that law enforcement can be held accountable in a court of law just like any of us. And that's something that I fought for. I've gotten tear gas in the streets while I protest for justice reform. Don't take politicians' advice for your health care. Take your doctor's advice. Why is that the radical idea and not the rational idea? I want to take power out of the hands of government and return it to each and every one of you, because that's where it resides. If not voted was actually on the ballot, they would win nearly every election in this country. Most of the people who vote represent themselves as independent, so it's important that we have voices that are independent of the 2 parties on stage. I want you to be able to start a small business. I want you to have control over your own body. And I want you to be able to live your life as your authentic self in peace. I'm Chase Oliver, a candidate for president, and I approve this message.
That's a great video. I wish Chase all of the luck in running for the 2024 nomination for the Libertarian Party. I believe, unless you count Joe Exotic, it's up to you if you do. Unless you count Joe Exotic, Chase is the first person to officially declare that he is running for the Libertarian nomination. So I wish Chase all of the luck in the world. And if anybody has any questions on what to do in order to support Chase, you can find him on all the socials. You probably already know how to do this. So good luck, Chase. I look forward to covering you in 2023 and 2024. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yesterday, Donald Trump was officially arrested. He didn't have handcuffs put on. There was no mugshot. He didn't spend any time in jail, but he was officially arrested. And then he was arraigned on 34 felony counts and released on his own recognizance. And he went back to Mar-a-Lago, where he was doing a rally last night. Now, before we get to the rally that he had last night, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that kind of came out of this. Okay, so there's 34 felony counts, and I have them pulled up right here in front of me. Now, pretty much all 34 of them, actually might be all 34 of them, are falsifying business records in the first degree. Falsifying business records in the first degree, falsifying business records in the first degree. Just different instances of this happening. And just from me taking a quick perusal of the affidavit here, the defendant in the county of New York and elsewhere on or about February 14th, 2017. Okay, on or about February 14th, 2017, on or about February 14th, 2017, February 14th, 2017, March 16th, 2017, March 17th, 2017, March 17th, April 13th, 2017, June 19th, 2017, June 19th, 2017, May 22nd, 2017, May 22nd, 2017, May 23rd, 2017, June 16th, 2017, June 19th, all of these are 2017, June 19th, July 11th, July 11th, July 11th, August 1st, August 1st, August 1st, September 11th, September 11th, we're on the 24th, 25th, September 12th, October 18th, October 18th, October 18th, November 20th, November 20th, November 21st, December 1st, December 1st, December 5th, 2017. Now, I don't know why they thought this was going to be a good indictment to bring up. I'm going to give you a qualifier here. I am 100% certain that Donald Trump has committed multiple crimes. I am certain that everybody who has been president has committed multiple crimes in the course of their presidency and probably leading up to it. I don't believe you get to that place in life without committing crimes. I don't find it possible, except for Chase. If Chase wins, then I will say he didn't commit a crime. But I don't believe that anybody up to this point has made it there without committing crimes. Saying that, however, you just indicted a man 34 times for falsifying business records in the first degree with the intent to defraud and intent to commit another crime and aid or conceal the commission thereof on certain dates over the course of 2017. The man was inaugurated on January 20th of 2017, and his business operations were transferred into a trust that he had no holding over. Literally every one of these crimes that was committed, allegedly committed, happened after he was president. Nothing he is being indicted for is happening before he was president, when he had already handed everything over. To say that this indictment isn't the weakest thing that they could try to pin on him. I think we know there are others. You've got the The Georgia election interference case, that one's, I think that one's going to be coming down the pike. It really is going to depend. It's going to 100% come down to whether or not they read the "I need you to find me the 11,000 votes" as "I need you to find me 11,000 votes. I don't care where they come from," or "You and I both know that somewhere out there 11,000 people voted for me. I need you to find those missing ballots." It depends on how you think he said those words, and that's going to be kind of difficult. But since it is in Fulton County, I do believe he's going to get indicted. He's got the sexual misconduct or sexual assault civil trial, where allegedly he sexually assaulted somebody in a dressing room, and I think that one's going to be coming down. And there is the one in DC with the documents, with the classified documents. I'm not sure on that one, since apparently everybody in DC has had classified documents stored away somewhere, so I'm not sure there. But to lead with this weak crap, like, if you, again, going to preface this, I don't consider Trump to be the king, but if you're going to take a shot at the king, you can't miss. And if this is your best shot that you have, you should have held back and waited for a different one, because this is not the right shot to take, and you are just embarrassing yourself by attempting this. When if you're just trying to get him out of the race, this was not the way to do it. If you want people to continue to say you're doing it in order to boost him in the polls, so you have to face him in 2024 because you think you have a better chance to do it, this is how you do it. I do not think that anybody takes this one seriously. And the fact that they're leading with it, and the fact that they pushed it, and because they said that the grand jury was going to take the month off and that there would be no ruling, and then the next day they pushed it out. I honestly believe that either they're dumber than I think they are, they're smart, or they're smarter than I think they are. It's one of the two. I'm not sure which one it is. It's either they're dumber than I think they are, or they're smarter than they think they are. And I don't think anybody in the Democratic Party honestly believes that this is what is going to put Trump in jail or keep him from running for being able to serve as president in 2024. This is a steaming pile of dog poo, and there is absolutely no way that anybody is taking this one seriously. We will be right back after this break.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
Grey's Anatomy, the most iconic binge-worthy drama, is back, along with answers to the biggest cliffhangers. Will Teddy survive? Will Joe and Link finally find happiness together? Meredith returns along with fan faves like Arizona. You can now stream every episode of Grey's ever on Hulu, and new episodes next day. Watch new episodes of Grey's Anatomy Thursdays at 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Does Monday at the office feel like a storm? Not with Microsoft Copilot. That feeling when Copilot gets everyone up to speed instantly? It's sunny again. When Copilot simplifies complex data so your teams can act, that sun's shining on a beach. And when Copilot uncovers hidden insights, you're on that beach with your people, and you find buried treasure. That's Microsoft Copilot. Learn more at Microsoft.com/AI for all.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me through the break. I don't even know how long that break is for you guys. That might be like 25 seconds. I have no clue. So let's get back to Trump. So last night, Trump was in Mar-a-Lago, and he was giving his typical Trump rally. he was pleading his case to the American public, but he also has to be very careful about what he is saying, because as the judge has said, if he doesn't watch what he says and he in any way seems to be inciting violence, he will have a gag order on top of him and he will not be able to talk about the case. So he has to be very careful. This means Trump was reading off of a teleprompter the entire time, which you don't get peak Trump when he's reading off of a teleprompter. Instead, what you get is Trump very weirdly inhaling a lot. He would be sitting there looking at the teleprompter, and you could see it in the shot, because I believe you could only watch it on Rumble. So he was on Rumble and he was looking at a teleprompter, and then he'd switch sides and you can assume he's looking at a teleprompter on the other side, and he's like, "It was a clean call. It was a perfect call. I said it was a perfect call. Unlike the Bidens." Doing weird inhales. But whatever. I think that was more of a, it's been a long, stressful couple of days. I'm tired. I have to read this. Like, I think it was more of a frustration kind of thing, but he did it a lot. It was like at the end of every couple of sentences, he was in a weird, like, I've got dentures kind of way. A few of the things he was saying was, and that I typically agree with, because, like I said, this is not a good case. This is a terrible case for them to bring up against the former president and the leading contender for 2024 nomination for the GOP. This is an awful case, and he was saying that he believes that this is, them using political moves against him to try to keep him from running in 2024. And one of the things that sort of makes me believe that he's not 100% wrong on this is the date that this trial is supposed to start. He had his arraignment April 3rd. Nope. April 4th. On April 4th of 2023. The trial isn't supposed to start until January 20th of 2024, right in the middle of primary season. I believe that a couple of states will have already voted. We're going to be right in the thick of it, and he's going to have to stop to be involved in this trial. A lot of this case makes me think that, yeah, Trump is not wrong here. And that is saying a lot, because I think he's wrong often. However, in this case, I think Trump is right. I think when he says, "This is just political, it's all political, they just don't want me to run in 2024. That's it. That's all this is. They're just trying to keep me from running." I think that this one is political. Do I think that, yes, he had sex with a porn star in 2006 and then she tried to coerce money out of him? Yes. Do I also know that she got sued for libel or slander, one of them? She lost, and now she owes Trump, as of yesterday, the Ninth Circuit awarded Trump something like $150,000 from Stormy Daniels in lawyer fees for her dragging them through court all of those years for slanderous cases. So she's not a credible witness. Michael Cohen, not a credible witness. But do I think that he had sex with her? Yes, I absolutely think he had sex with her. Do I think that he paid her money in order to shut her up? I'm not going to say no. I'm absolutely not going to say no. Do I think he at least agreed to it? Sure. Do I think, and the fact that $130,000, it was $130,000 payment. That's not a lot for a guy like Trump to shut somebody up for something that's real. Is there a chance that Michael Cohen and Stormy Daniels worked this entire thing up and they're like, okay, we're going to go after him? Sure, maybe. I don't know. All I know, this is a terrible, terrible case. And this is what the Democrats are hanging their hat on right now. They should have let this one slide. Wait to find out what happens in Fulton or the one in DC or what's going to happen in the civil case against Trump, because all of those have a better chance of sticking than this one. Also, if Trump's attorney in any of these cases, in any of them, decides to try them there as opposed to asking for a location change, stating that there's no way that Trump can sit in front of a jury of his peers in those areas, he's the worst lawyer of all time, because those are deeply blue areas and there is not a shot in hell that Trump will get a friendly jury. Anyway, that's it. I wanted to say, as I said at the beginning of the show, today is my wife's birthday. I'm going to be out of pocket all day long. So that means that there will be no show tomorrow. If you are a subscriber, there will be a show on Friday. So if you'd like to subscribe, go to anchor.fm/muddiedwaters/subscribe. I know that some people have been having trouble with the subscription thing. So if you don't want to do it right now until that gets sorted out, I also understand that. You can PayPal me at muddiedwatersmedia at gmail.com. And you can just give me however much money you want. But we are working to get that figured out and fixed. So don't worry about that. But we will be back next week. Until then. That is the episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoy what is happening here at Muddied Waters Media, I ask you to do a couple of simple favors for us. Please, whatever podcasting platform you are listening to us on, give us a 5-star review. Also, leave a review. And the biggest way that you can help is by sharing this episode with your friends. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you again very soon. And remember, where we're going, we don't need roads.